dude. Check the news. It doesn't matter what channel.
What's going on, everyone? Dark Synth here, and as you can tell from that intro, I had to include the little smiling friends meme. The Street Fighter director was recently interviewed during an event. I think it's called VG 24/7, and it was in regard to guest characters, since Terry and Mai are going to be coming to season 2, and those are characters from the Fatal Fury series. If you're not sure, they're big SNK characters, and they're also in King of Fighters. But this also sparked, I guess, Sub-Zero trending to be in Street Fighter. Now, if you don't know, Street Fighter versus MK, or MK versus Street Fighter, has been something that everyone has wanted since the 1990s. MK was a huge success in terms of it being, it was just really popular because of course, the gore and the violence. And it also created the ESRB system that we know today. So we have a rating system like E for everyone, T for teen, and that's because of Mortal Kombat. Now, how would Capcom implement Sub-Zero if he were to be a guest character in Street Fighter? Because moves like Ice Clone would kind of break the rules of Street Fighter, and his Ice Ball freezing. So like in Injustice 2, what they did, if you don't know, Sub-Zero was a guest character in Injustice 2, but he worked a little differently. So his regular Ice Ball on contact just knocked the opponent back. But if he spent meter and did the EX version, it froze them. So I feel like if Capcom were to put a character like Sub-Zero in Street Fighter, maybe that's what they could do. They could make his Ice Ball just act like a regular fireball on hit, and it'll just like give them a little hit stun or knock them back. And the EX version will freeze them, but it will heavily scale the combo, just like they do in Mortal Kombat. And that's one thing I've been seeing. A lot of people are like, he'll break the rules of Street Fighter. Of course, they'll balance it. They'll make it to where it just scales tremendously, because that's how it is in Mortal Kombat. Freezing an opponent in place and getting a free combo, you should not get a lot of damage. Like, that's just common sense. So I have hope Capcom will balance it if this ever does come to fruition. And honestly, after this interview, I kind of have a feeling Sub-Zero has a chance of making it into Street Fighter. Because here, I'll just read a few lines from this article from Event Hubs. So here they state VG 24/7 was able to sit down with Street Fighter 6 director and producer Takayuki Nakayama and Shuhei Matsumoto, respectively, to talk about all this. We were particularly struck by Nakayama's statement on the strategy behind guest characters, especially after this direct dropping of an iconic name from the Mortal Kombat franchise. And then down here they state, the announcement that Street Fighter 6's second season of DLC will include both Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranu from SNK's Fatal Fury franchise is unprecedented and opens up the door for all new potential. This newly opened can of worms came up during the VG 24/7 interview, as the interviewer noted how figures like Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero immediately trending on social media after the big reveal, to which Nakayama responded with the following: I don't see it as a negative. In fact, like you just mentioned, what about Sub-Zero? Well, there may well be Street Fighter 6 players who aren't as familiar with Mortal Kombat IP, so if the goal is to get more people interested in fighting games in general, and a crossover like that gets people talking about which characters should cross over. And like I mentioned, Street Fighter versus MK / MK versus Street Fighter has always been a thing people have wanted to happen. But we know Capcom probably wouldn't want their characters getting butchered by MK characters. So what I think could happen is Capcom could make and do everything from the gameplay to the storyboarding to, everything, and make a crossover with Mortal Kombat, but having oversight from Ed Boon, so that NRS still has, some say in the game and what they want. But I just think if that does happen, we could get something huge, and this would make fighting game history, to be honest. And just the way Capcom handles animations, like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is a very old game. Yet, if you go and look at the animations and really analyze them, they are very good for a early 2000s game, I believe. So Capcom, it would make MK characters look even better, to be honest, and I have faith in Capcom in doing that. And so honestly, I'm all for this. I'm all for, a character like Sub-Zero, or just an MK character in general, coming to Street Fighter, because then that could set up for what everyone has been wanting for all these decades: Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed me rambling about this and just talking about what could fighting games potentially hold in the future, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Comment below your thoughts. How you what do you think about all this? And that's it. This is Darkson signing out. I hope you have a good day. Peace.
Money back, everybody wanna know.